We're starting a new series on YouTube and TikTok where it's honesty policy. I go through my mental health, and this is not me trying to do it for attention. This is me doing it because I have covered my mental health a little bit on TikToks, but I've never done it in depth, and I want to basically focus more on the last 9 months of my life because we've all seen drama with everything on social media, but I don't think any of you have realised what it done to me, how it affected me, and honestly how I still feel. I still feel the same way that I did 3 years ago when my mental health first did start to go down. And I think if you are watching this and do feel the same as me and have some of the same thoughts I do, please know there is so much numbers to call, there is people to talk to, and I'll put numbers in the start of this video because I just think it's so important to always know there's someone always there for you. I was writing notes about going off to heaven when I was 10 years old. Like, I've never been content and happy with life. My autism, I've spent so long being so mentally ill that I just kind of think this is my life now, because I now find comfort in my mental health, and I think personally that is the most dangerous thing you can ever do, because once you find comfort, it's so hard to get out the cycle. Like, my mental health's really, really bad. I go through ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. I can go from ups where I'm motivated, go to the gym every single day, wash every single day, message my friends, FaceTime my friends, even do some like work, like my hobby, because my hobby's history, so I'll even get out my history book and do some work, type loads of letters out. Like, I will do that, and then all of a sudden I will go back down, and it's like as soon as I go back down, it's like a mental block just put on my head, and I can't do anything that I usually do. So I will not wash for days on end, I will not brush my teeth, I'll eat shit, I'll drink Coke all the time, I have no water in me. I find comfort in that. I find comfort because I've spent so long doing these bad habits. I now have anxiety if I'm not doing it. And it's so hard to explain to people, because when you explain it to people that don't suffer with mental health, they do probably think, what are you going on about? Like, just do those things. Like, why can't you just wash? Why can't you just brush your teeth? I'm just content with life. I think this last year was probably one of the hardest years of my life. I've not recovered, obviously, from that drama. There were many rumours and lies made about me, and it did fuck up my life. It destroyed my life. And I'm not the same now. Like, before the drama last year, I was bubbly. I obviously still have I still have problems, but I was very much more bubbly. I was much more happier. I was much more happy to speak about my feelings, and was more happy with myself. Like, I never really felt unconfident with my body. I always felt like I was really pretty, that I loved my body. But I think ever since that drama happened and the lies were made about me and everyone turned on me and seen me as a bad person, when in reality I wasn't. I was not the bad person. It did really ruin me, and I think it was definitely a very, very dark time. The amount of messages I got every single day, and they were disgusting. Like, I would never wish these messages on anyone. They were just so nasty, and you can imagine what the messages were. And I never got any apology. And I think that is the one thing now that I still sit here and I think, and I still look at people's social media that have done me wrong and have that did cause a drama, and I do look at their social media and I think, how can they be there so content with their life, like happy, doing whatever, and after they've done that to me? Because I would not wish what they done to me on my worst enemy. People were making edits of me when they were getting videos of me with no makeup, me looking really bad, and then putting nice videos of other people, and the people that are involved in the drama were liking those videos. And I think that just made it 10 times worse, because not only did I have to cope with everyone calling me fat, everyone telling me to go to heaven, I had to deal with the fact that the people that done it to me had no remorse whatever. They did not care. I have a lot of regrets. The drama was happening, I literally made myself think I was a bully, because I was getting so many people messaging me telling me I was a bully 24/7 over and over and again, and I had to drop out of college because it happened so quickly. I went home, and then I was in college the next day, and I got a message through. It was such a nasty message of someone saying, how could you do that, you're such a bully, and all this. And I thought, what has happened now? Because I was thinking, we already had drama a bit before that. And then obviously I seen a video was made, and it just, it ruined my life. It did ruin my life, and I've got no apology, and I think that's the hardest thing ever, because I realised that, I am still not coping. Ever since that day last year where it did start, I have not got better. at all. And I think my mental health has really degraded. Like I said before, I went through probably about 2 weeks of not washing. I had no motivation to do anything because I was getting told that I was fat, that I was ugly, that I wasn't worth anything, that I was a bully. And it's like, I was scared because I've never felt so low before, and I think when I did feel that low, it was scary at first, but then again I got comfort into it because all I'd done was eat shitty food, and I put on so much weight since that drama because for me, food is my comfort. So when I am upset, instead of speaking to people, because I had people to speak to, but I still felt alone. It's like no one understood me because no one's been in that position before. So it's like I could explain what was going on in my head to anyone, but they haven't experienced it. So it's like I'm just kind of talking to a brick wall about it, because whatever they say back to me will not help me because they do not truly understand what I'm going through. I was unfairly treated 100%, and I think all the people that did comment on my weight and all the people that did say nasty things to me, and even the people that caused it for me, shocked. And I'm still not happy. I will still go through days where I eat loads and loads and loads to try and cope with what was going on in my head, because I tend to not tell people how I'm feeling, because I went through a stage of telling them all the time, and then the people I used to tell would use that against me. And then I just got like, what is the point of telling people? Because if I'm telling people, they're just telling other people. Like, I can't trust anyone. I think with my autism, I feel like it's just a constant... I can't do day-to-day things, and it's so frustrating because I wish I was not born with autism. I wish I wasn't, because I know autism, the word and the mental illness gets thrown around a lot. Like, a lot of people would like take the piss out of autism and don't really take it seriously. Like depression, like autism and ADHD are kind of, I think, made a mockery out of, and then you have depression, anxiety, and they're the more important ones, but no one really realises and actually looks into and appreciate how autism affects the brain. And it's so bad because I don't know how I will get through life. Like, I honestly don't know how I'll get through life because I can't do the simplest tasks, and I tried to make out I'm so confident on social media and try and make out I've got my life in check, but I have not got my life in check. I feel so scared for the future because I don't like socialising. I cannot socialise, and no matter how much socialising I try to put on myself, I never feel happy socialising, and I wish I was happy to socialise, because as a kid, even when I was in year 6, I hated talking to people. I would always be that one kid by themselves, and I was happy being by myself, and it's still the same now. I'll go through days without speaking to people. I'll happily stay in my house 24/7, and I think during that 6-month period, because obviously I dropped out of college, I was just in my house 24/7. I didn't take care of myself, and I still don't now. I went to the gym earlier, and I've actually had a bath today, and I'm so proud of myself, and it sounds so silly, but when I go to the gym, I can't be asked to wash. I come home, I stay in the clothes, I've been all sweaty and I probably smell so bad, but my motivation just completely shuts off, and all I want to do is eat, drink Coke, go to bed, watch TikTok till 3 a.m. Do you get what I mean? Like, and today I've actually took the time to go have a shower, refresh myself, and I feel so much more happier and calm. And I think there will be people watching this that will understand what I'm saying, because most people don't. Like, if you'll read that, I'm sure there's going to be people watching this that will think, like, you're just lazy, you're just fat, like, but it's the truth. When it just feels like there's a constant block. I know they use the metaphor, there's a constant grey cloud over you, but it honestly is like that. And I think in my family, like my mum, my dad and my brother, they all try and support me, but they don't understand me, and I don't think anyone truly understands me. And I think that's the most upsetting thing about it, because I have loads of people around me, but I never feel like I've got someone there, because I feel I've got people, but I still feel lonely, because I know there will never be someone out there that truly understands me to the point that I need them to understand me. And I'm so scared that I will grow up alone, because I'm 17, I haven't had a proper boyfriend yet, and I know the reason why I'm going to start getting emotional. It's because I'm a bigger girl. Boys don't like bigger girls, and that's fine. Boys don't like them, that's absolutely fine. But I'm so scared that I will grow up lonely. All my family will pass, and I'll be by myself, and it's just a constant fear of mine. I'm so scared of being by myself and dying alone. Petrified of it, because I've always just lost people. People have always left my life, and I can't help it. It all sounds so silly, because I know I'm I'm young, I'm 17 years old, but I constantly think, what if I don't have the life I dream of having? Like, what if I don't have children? What if I lose my mum and dad? Like, obviously I know I'm going to lose my mum and dad, it's inevitable, but I just feel like a failure. I feel like a failure all the time, and I get new hobbies and I want to do really well with them, and I want nothing more than to make the people around me so proud, but I go through these new hobbies and I just give up. I give up and I cannot help it. And I mean, acting is one that I've never given up on, so obviously I'm trying to do that one, but I cannot tell you whether I'm going to do well in it or not, because from experience I've gave up on everything, and I spend so much money on these new hobbies. It's so frustrating. Like, I'm a big spender when it comes to new hobbies, because, for example, I wanted to be a lash tech, so as soon as possible I ordered everything that you can imagine a lash tech would need, and it costs me so much, and then I did it for about 3 days, gave up. And then again, I wanted to be a nail tech, so I bought everything a nail tech could possibly have, again, gave up after 3 days. And I think it's such a repetitive pattern, and I do it all the time. I will watch a TikTok, say for example, and I'm going to give this an example, please don't take this the wrong way, but I hope no one will. So I was looking on my TikTok and a video about being a Christian come up, and I was looking at more videos, and obviously as you like videos on the For You page, more videos that match that aesthetic or whatever it is come up. So more videos were coming up, and then I was looking on Etsy and I thought, I'm going to get a Bible, and I felt also, like, now think about it, I was disrespecting it. Like, basically what happened was I went on Etsy and I saw this really nice Bible, it's really cute, please let me explain before you guys think anything. And I went to Apple Pay, and obviously Apple Pay is my nightmare now. Took Apple Pay off my phone, and I went to get this Bible, and I clicked Apple Pay, and at the bottom it didn't calculate the shipping yet, so it came to £169 for this one Bible. The actual Bible was £30, and the shipping was that much because it come from America. And after that I was crying, because I didn't realise I spent that much money, and especially because I'm struggling with money this month, because the last 2 months I've posted nothing on my social media basically. So yeah, and I just look back on myself, I feel so let down with myself because I didn't take the time to read what actually being a Christian is like. I didn't realise what it needed. I didn't sit down and respect it, and I think not even that, it's like I don't give myself a break to actually think what I want to do, and it worries me because I don't want to grow up doing that. I don't want to grow up spending ridiculous amount of money on things that I don't need to be spending money on. And I think the same, that just relates to my mental health. Like, I don't want to grow up being like this, and I find it so hard because I feel like I'm just stuck like this now because I've spent so long being like this. It feels unnatural not being like this. Like, I now find happiness within being depressed. Like, it's so bad and it's so complicated to even explain and to even think to myself, but I just constantly feel not real. I don't feel real half the time. My day routine ever since I left college, all I get up about midday, I go downstairs, eat lunch, get a can of Coke, and I mean, in a day I would probably drink about, when it's really bad lately, I've drank about 8 cans of Coke in a day, and that's every single day. Like, I'm not even joking, and if you guys think that's gross or like weird, then you can think that. But then obviously I come back upstairs, I clean my room, and then I lie down on my bed for hours on end just watching TikToks or like movies or whatever. And then it depends if I go to the gym or not. I don't know. Rarely I do go to the gym anymore, but I was going really well, and obviously I want to get back into going really well. So it all depends whether I will actually go into the gym. And then if not, I'll just lay in my bed all day, probably get another can of Coke, probably get a snack or something again, watch more TikToks on my phone, have dinner, get pudding, get another can of Coke, come back up to my room, watch my phone again, be on my phone till 3 o'clock in the morning, fall asleep, wake up at midday, and do it again. And that has been my routine ever since last year. It honestly has, because obviously college was going pretty well, it was, but obviously once the drama started, I just left because that's what everyone was speaking about me. I just constantly felt like people were staring at me, judging me, and obviously because I was getting all the bad comments about my weight and what I looked like online, I was thinking, oh my god, what are they thinking in person? Like, are they laughing behind my back? Like, what are they saying? And I think that's one thing people don't really understand. Like, mental health is such a, you see my anxiety rash, cute, and I think it's such a hard thing to explain to people, and I think it's so important for people that have this mental health to come together and to actually tell each other it's okay, because before social media I didn't feel like anyone was the same as me, and obviously now I bring autism onto social media. I talk about autism, and I'm so glad I do, because there are so many people on TikTok also that also have autism, and I love the messages I get of people saying, I'm so happy you brought this onto like social media, like I'm so proud of you, I've been the same, I've done the same stuff as you, I don't wash, I don't drink, like I relate to you. And I feel so happy that people do relate to me, because if you say it to a normal person that again doesn't have or doesn't struggle with mental illnesses, they're not going to understand you. They can sit there and pretend they're listening, but are they actually listening, and do they actually understand? Like, because unless they don't have your mental illness or haven't experienced anything of the sort, they will not get it. So they can listen as much as they want, but you will always have that burden on you that no one understands you. And I feel also like out of place, like I feel like because no one understands me, that I just feel wrong. I just feel wrong for being there. Say if I'm at, like, even when I was at school, I felt wrong, I felt awkward being there when everyone was there for the same reason, to learn and to pass GCSEs. I just felt out of place and wrong for being there, and I shouldn't have, because yeah, it was school. But hopefully now I'm getting better. That's one thing that I'm always hoping to go better. I'm always hoping to go up rather than down, and to help myself, because as I said, I don't want to grow up being like this. I want to sort myself out before I have a family, become happier. So yeah, if you are still here now, I really, really appreciate it. Please put pink heart if you are here now, and I will follow you back, or yeah. So I love you all.